We took a brief hiatus, but we're back. I'm Stephanie Fonseca, and I hope you all had a wonderful Labor Day weekend, staying safe and healthy. We have a lot of ground to cover, so let's get into what you missed this past week in the world of sports. For starters, this past week it's been reported that Neymar is one of 6 PSG players to test positive for COVID-19 after an Ibiza yacht vacation. A few days later, it was reported that after his first match with France, Mbappe has also tested positive for the virus and will be missing the match against Croatia. Luis Suarez has signed with Juventus, as reported by Guilherme Balaguer. And this past Wednesday, huge news came from the Brazilian Football Federation when they announced that they are now paying the women's team the same as the men's. Many people wanted to give their 2 cents on this groundbreaking information. However, it is not exactly what you think it is. But keep your eyes peeled because I'm going to give you a whole rundown on what this means and what these numbers actually look like later on in the week. The Messi saga seems to have come to an end, with Messi stating in an interview with Goal that he plans on staying. But that isn't the only thing he told Goal. Messi did not measure words and explained his distaste with how the president, Josep Maria Bartomeu, has been treating the club, saying,
Siempre dije que yo quería terminar mi carrera acá, pero siempre dije que quería un proyecto ganador, que quería seguir ganando título con el club y seguir agrandando la leyenda del club a nivel de título. Y la verdad que no hace tiempo que no hay proyecto, no hay nada, se van haciendo malabares y van tapando agujeros a medida que van pasando las cosas.
He explained that he told the president he wanted out, and Bartomeu said that at the end of the season he could decide if he wanted to stay or if he wanted to leave. But Messi said that that wasn't the case and that in the end Barca's president did not keep his word. Messi goes on to explain to Goal's Ruben Uria that they, Barca, cling to the fact that he did not say it before June 10th. However, it turns out that June 10th was while they were competing for La Liga, but due to COVID-19, the disease altered the season. He continued saying, "And this is the reason why I am going to continue in the club, because the president told me that the only way to leave was to pay the 700 million euro clause, and that this is impossible. There was, however, another way out, and that was if Messi took the club to court. But Messi says, I would never go to court against Barca because it is the club that I love, which gave me everything since I arrived. It is the club of my life. I have made my life here." Number 1 in the world of tennis, Novak Djokovic defaulted in his US Open match this past Sunday after hitting a ball out of play in a fit of anger, which struck the line person in the throat, meaning that he is out for the US Open. And Serena Williams becomes the first player to record 100 wins at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Taking a Euro step back over to the NBA players protested and boycotted the remaining of the 2019 season in light of the police shooting of 29-year-old Jacob Blake. Since then, the NBA players have resumed play and given us a handful of surprises. For starters, Bucks currently trail 3-1 to the Miami Heat, and Giannis' status for Game 5 stands as questionable after re-injuring his right ankle. The Lakers lost to the Rockets in Game 1, but are all tied up going into Game 3, as the Clippers barely made it to their 2-1 lead over the Denver Nuggets. And the Boston Celtics find themselves leading the Raptors 3-2 after blowing a 2-game lead, and seek to close out the series over the reigning NBA champ on Wednesday. It is finally that time of the year again, football season. A lot happened this week as the start of the season approaches. Here's a recap of all that you need to know about who stayed, who got waived, and who starts. On August 31st, the Jaguars waived running back Leonard Fournette, which took everybody by surprise. A few days later, Fournette hinted that he was going to sign with the Bucks, and that finally came to fruition on Wednesday. Fournette then announced that he will be wearing the number 28 jersey for the Bucks this coming season. The Kansas City Chiefs extended GM Brett Veach and head coach Andy Reid. And on the day that Patrick Mahomes got his Super Bowl ring, he said, "One for me and one for you," and proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Brittany Matthews. The Tennessee Titans signed Stephen Gostkowski after he was released from the Patriots after being placed on injury reserve after sustaining a left hip injury last season. Tre'davious Clowney was released from the Seahawks but picked up and signed by the Titans to a one-year deal worth up to $15 million. The Seahawks signed wide receiver Josh Gordon to a one-year deal. The Miami Dolphins waived Josh Rosen and announced that the Week 1 starting quarterback against New England is Ryan Fitzpatrick over Tua Tagovailoa. But early Tuesday morning, the Bucs announced that they will be adding Rosen to their practice squad. The Houston Texans extended Deshaun Watson to a 4-year, $160 million deal. The LA Chargers extended wide receiver Keenan Allen to a 4-year, $80 million deal. The Buffalo Bills extended cornerback Tre'Davious White to a 4-year, $70 million deal. And Hall of Fame running back Adrian Peterson was released by the Washington football team, but picked up by the Detroit Lions on a 1-year deal. On Monday, Pro Football Talk reported that the interest in signing Colin Kaepernick following George Floyd's death was quote-unquote fake, and that the NFL teams had zero interest in months. This makes it 4 years since Kaepernick has been on an NFL roster. And good news, jersey exchanges are back for the 2020 season. However, on Monday evening, the NFL announced the new guidelines, and they are as follows. Players must communicate whether they would like to participate in exchanging their jerseys with a player from the opposing team via email, text, or other communication with his club's equipment managers. Club equipment managers must remove the connection contact tracing devices from jerseys in the locker room and return the devices to the charging cradle or personal wrist strap. Club equipment managers must collect the jerseys of players participating in the jersey exchange for the game and clean the jerseys. Clubs are encouraged, but not required, to use Tide Hygienic Clean detergent, which will be provided by Tide in October. After the participating players' jerseys is cleaned, the equipment managers ship the clean jersey to the club facility of the player from the opposing team with whom the participating player is exchanging his jersey. Prior to the following game, the club equipment managers will return the connection devices to replacement jerseys for all players who had exchanged a jersey in the previous game. Players are not permitted to exchange jerseys during your club's designated crucial catch and salute to service games. Those jerseys must be returned to NFL auction for cancer awareness and military appreciation fundraising initiatives. Now, with football finally being back, what's your take on the Tampa Bay Bucs? Are they only good on paper, or are they the new football super team that will undeniably get the chip at home? Leave your take in the comment section down below, and I'll see you back here next Monday for your weekly sports update.